and daughters of the Most High. This is Chukwemeka with the Igbo Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, today I'm actually very happy. For those of you who follow the Hebrew calendar we've been sending out, this week is the Feast of Tabernacles. That's currently ongoing, so I hope some of you are following it. Besides, there's somebody that's sent me an email that they missed the day of atonement, and everything. And like I said, this is the season. Okay, if you miss any day, it doesn't have to be on a particular date. If you miss any of the feast, you can actually celebrate it again. Me and my family are celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles this week. It doesn't mean that someone cannot do it next week or in 2 weeks' time. This is the season. Even in Igbo communities, some communities have already celebrated the New Yam Festival, which is in sync with the Feast of Tabernacles. Some other communities have not. So this is the season. All the communities will celebrate it in this season. The biblical feasts are celebrated in seasons, not a particular date. That's one thing we should remember. It's a seasonal thing, not a particular date. But anyway, that's not really why I'm very happy. There's still military operation going on in Igbo land. It's still the military is basically instilling fear on lots of our people. We're still dealing with that. But the Most High will not forget His people, like I always say. But today, what I'm happy about is that someone called my attention. Actually, it was some days ago, to this so-called DNA test to confirm whether Igbos are Jews. And some of you will remember I did do a video on that in the past when these people came to a community here in Anambra to collect DNA samples to confirm whether Igbos are Jews. So the results came out in August this year, and they concluded that Igbos are not Jews. Brothers and sisters, we've been saying this for ages. Of course, I don't really care about the DNA thing they did. For me personally, I don't think they did any DNA. This is a politically strategic thing. If it's going to benefit them politically, they will say we are Jews. Obviously, it's not going to benefit them. That's why they're coming up with this, saying that more studies need to be done. And but the bottom line is that the Most High has done amazing work for people like us who have been going out screaming at the top of our heads that Igbos are not Jews. We are not Jews. I mean, why do we even need to tell people that we are not Jews? For those of you who are Igbos who live outside Nigeria, please enter a Jewish synagogue and see how that's going to work out for you. But the good news here is that the Most High has given us a helping hand. The scientists have come out today and said that Igbos are not Jews. Now let's read it. Let's read some of the things they wrote here. Let's go ahead and read it. Say, the Messianic Jews of Nigerians, you are not real Jews. That's nice. Now it said, who is a Jew? According to a Jewish Messianic group and by the way, this article is from the Times of Israel. Okay, from the Times of Israel. Yeah, there it is. From the Times of Israel. So he said, who is a Jew? According to a Jewish Messianic group from America, you can find out for only $300 with a private DNA test. And according to this test, the Jewish genetic family does not include Igbo people of Nigeria, a tribe of 30 million who have claimed a connection to Judaism for hundreds of years. Okay, brothers and sisters, that's not true. Igbos have never claimed connection to Judaism. Okay, some researchers have been saying that Igbos are Jews because those researchers erroneously think that the Jewish people are people of the Bible. Okay, and this is the 21st century. Anybody who does not know that the Jewish people are not the same people as the people of the Bible, that person chose to be ignorant. Okay, so people in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, and whatever, they have written books that the Igbo people are Jews because they thought the Jewish people are people of the Bible. But there is no element of Judaism in Igbo land. None whatsoever. None. Okay, now let's keep going. You see, according to this test, So in a move that has garnered condemnation and anger from Nigerian Jews and international scholars, there's no such thing as Nigerian Jews. None. If you're not from Poland, Russia, Germany, you're not Jewish. Anyway, let's not go into that. Jewish Voice Ministries, a messianic group from Arizona, announced this week that the Igbo are not genetically Jewish based on their private DNA test. And I went further in the bracket said that Messianic Judaism, whose adherents consider Jesus to be Jewish Messiah, is regarded by Israel and Jewish organization as a form of Christianity. No one really cares what they consider themselves to be. That is their own. The thing is, the Most High has made these people, maybe for a political reason or for whatever, say that Igbos are not Jews, and that creates a soft landing pad for people like us who've been screaming this on Igbo people's head. Now we can tell them, look, your DNA say we are not Jews, so now you know we are not. So Igbo should stop comparing themselves to Judaism or to Jews, because we are not. I get really tired when I discuss with my friends, with my family, about our biblical origin, and they will try to connect it to Judaism. There's a big difference between what the Bible says and what they are doing in Judaism. There's a huge difference, and most people are ignorant of this. And you have to keep educating people and educating people, but they will keep going to their Christian churches and be reading the Bible from a Jewish perspective. Okay, I said Jewish Voice Ministry said they traveled to Nigeria to investigate claims that the Igbo people are descendants of ancient Israelites. Some Igbo believe that the term Igbo is a bastardized version of the word Hebrew, which of course is not true. The word Hebrew is the bastardized version of Igbo. Igbo is the original word. The word Hebrew is the bastardized version. That is why, brothers and sisters, that is why, for instance, let's just go to Google and you look at the word. The Europeans that came to Africa, they called the Igbos Hebos. That's what they call the Igbos. So it's not, the Igbo is not a bastardized version of Hebrew. That's not correct. Hebrew is the bastardized version of the word Igbo. And I'm trying to look at it here. This is Wikipedia, and it says the Igbo people. It said Ndi Igbo means Igbo people in the Igbo language. It says the Igbo people, in some historical books and past literatures, they have also been referred to as Igbo, these are all Igbo, Iboans, and Hebrew. Okay, and if you follow this link, you see so many books that have referred to the Igbos as Hebrew. This is where you get the word Hebrew. It's a bastardization of the original word Igbo. I mean, we can't stress this enough. We just can't. Okay. So anyway, let's see what these Messianic Jews or whatever they call themselves are saying. Is it? The purpose of the test was to provide them with testing and pursuit of truth in terms of historical identity, said a spokesman for Jewish Voice Ministries. The DNA did not support their claim to be an ancient people of Israel, but we still consider them our brothers. And no, we're not your brothers. Please keep your brotherhood somewhere else. So, see, the thing is this. Did they actually take samples from the Igbos? Of course they did. Did they do a DNA test? No, absolutely not. This is politically strategic thing. What happened to the Ethiopians that they considered their brothers? They did a DNA sample on the Ethiopians, and they said that the Ethiopians are genetically Israelites or whatever they call them. What happened to them? How are they treating them? These their so-called brothers. How are they treating them? Okay, so the good news is that now that the scientists or whatever have claimed that the Igbos are not Hebrews, maybe it's time for people like Remi Ilona to stop doing what they are doing. Stop deceiving our people that we are. I mean, I have nothing against Remi Ilona. I've not read his book, but I've listened to him talk, and he's a well articulated, intelligent person. But It's time not to be deceived. This is the 21st century. You have to do some study. You don't just have to take what you've been told, that the Jewish people are people of the Bible, and you just take it like that. You have to do your own work. This guy is a lawyer, for Christ's sake. A lawyer should spend a significant amount of their time reading. By the way, it says here, look at this picture. It says the rabbi of the Nigerian Igbo community recite a blessing. Okay, first of all, brothers and sisters, for those of you who are not Igbos, there's no such thing as rabbi in Igbo. We have no such thing. Okay, these people you're seeing now, they are part of this so-called Jewish synagogue, and I do see lots and lots of Jewish synagogue springing up in Igbo land. They are part of this because of the financial benefits. Okay, these people that came to spread Judaism in Igbo land, they have a whole lot of finance. So these people that came to spread Judaism in Igbo land, of course they will come with some money. So people will give offering or whatever they give, and there will be some financial benefits from it. That's what these people are in it for. Most of them, they are basic, or not most of them, all of them are deceived because they are patriotic to Igbo land, and they believe that the Jewish people are the same thing as the biblical people, which I don't know why someone will not know that in this day and age. I don't know. So this is an extension of Christianity in Igbo land. This is just what we've been fighting against from day one. Okay, it is here, Remi Ilona, a Nigerian lawyer, and brothers and sisters, Remi Ilona has been the spokesperson of this Nigerian Igbo Jewish thing. Like I said, he's a well-articulated person. He speaks nicely, and apparently he has written a book. But this, in one full swoop, this kind of nullifies what he's doing. He says, Remi Ilona, a Nigerian lawyer and professor, strongly denounced the test. Ilona is Igbo and a member of the approximately 10,000 Igbos who follow what they call rabbinical Judaism. Okay, 10,000 Igbos, I don't know about that. But the thing is this, the good news here is that people like Remi Ilona, who have been leading our people to Judaism, this is an opportunity for them to realize what they are doing. Let me state it again. We are Hebrews, the people of the Bible. The Old Testament Bible talks about us. It has nothing to do with Judaism. Anyone who takes out time to study Judaism will not see anything biblical in their customs. Not even circumcision is not in their tradition. Circumcision that is well known as the biblical is not in their tradition. Anyone who takes out time to study it will see that they are not people of the Bible. And why do I even need to say it? They have said it long time ago that they are not people of the Bible. They've come out on so many occasions to say that their identity was fabricated. So why will our people be putting our heads into something that does not concern us? Why are we trying to force brotherhood with people who do not consider us as brothers? Besides, we've seen how did it pan out for the Ethiopians? How did it pan out? The Ethiopians, they were deceived into thinking that they and these people are brothers. How is it working out for them? What made you think it's going to work out differently for you? People like Nnamdi Kanu that has been pushing Judaism on our people, he has to explain this. Those of you who were telling me in the other video where I talked about Nnamdi Kanu, those of you who were telling me that Nnamdi Kanu was sent by God, that you were there when God signed the document and said, look, I send you to go and save Igbos. You have to explain this. You have to explain this to me. Okay, you come and explain this to me, because the person that was sent by your God is pushing Judaism, which scientists have said, some scientists anyway, the same Jewish people have said that we are not the same. So you have to explain this to me. Okay, the concept of a savior, of a one-man savior, does not exist in any tradition, let alone Igbo tradition. It does not exist. The concept in Judaism does not exist in Igbo land. It does not exist anywhere. Okay, now most of these things that people have written or are talking about, they are just fabricated. They are trying to force fit Igbo tradition with what they perceive is Jewish tradition. Most of them are fabricated. If you don't believe me, there is a video of Remi Ilona on YouTube with a Jewish lady, and they were trying to talk about similar customs between the Igbo and the Jews. Go and watch that video if you have the fortitude to even watch that video. It was very pathetic because they couldn't even agree on anything. Because so these people are trying to force fit. They're trying to force fit this thing because it doesn't exist. Okay, why would somebody not know in this day and age that the Jewish people are not people of the Bible? Why would you not know that? So anyway, those of you who believe that you are Jews, or you've seen it now, the Jewish people have said that you are not one of them, and in actuality we are not. I've been screaming this from day one, and I thank God that the Most High made it clear now, help people like us, that for them to even come out and say that we are not. So those of you who are following Nnamdi Kanu to Judaism, they don't deny now, they have denied you guys, so you've been left hanging. The Jewish people you are hoping that they will come and save you, they all run. They've taken off. They're not here anymore. So those of you who have been following Remi Lona and all those people and whatever nonsense that they wrote here, I don't care about this nonsense. Anyway, those of you who have been following Remi Lona, Nnamdi Kanu, and say that the Igbos are just, you're on your own. No? You are on your own. I thank the Most High for this. Brothers and sisters, we have to look at our culture, we have to look at our tradition. Our culture and tradition is biblical. If you have to practice any religion, it is your culture. The point we're making in our video, point I've been making from day one that I started this ministry, is to teach people that the culture you are letting go, that is the Bible. The Omenani, the Igbo culture that you are leaving behind, that is the Bible you are leaving behind. You're picking up some estranged pagan culture in the name of Christianity and in the name of Judaism. You have to go back to your culture because that's where the Bible is. It is in your culture that you're going to see the Bible. And I thank the Most High, He has given us a soft landing pad to show, to at least help convince our brothers and sisters out there. We are not Jews, we are Hebrews. Our culture contains the biblical. Our culture is the biblical thing. And of course, you don't need to go too far to see that. Here in my channel, I've given so many videos to show that the Igbo culture is in sync with the Old Testament Bible. You cannot see such identity in the Jewish culture. You cannot see such similarity in the Jewish culture and the Bible. You can't. Show me where God appointed a rabbi or Pharisee or Sadducee in the Old Testament. Tell me where that happened. It never happened. That's a simple thing that anybody can look up. But people want to be popular, people want to flow with the tide, people want to do what others are doing. That's why they believe that Jewish people are people of the Bible. Even when the Jewish people have told you that on so many occasions that they are not, that our identity was fabricated for a political reason. Anyway, this is good news for those of you brothers and sisters who have been telling people this is good news. Now they can see it. If you don't need to tell them that we are not Jews, you don't need to tell the Hebrew Israelites, what they call them, Hebrew Israelites. And look at the strategic nature of this anyway. The Igbo is located somewhere here in West Africa. It's from the Igbo people that a lot of people were taken slave. So when they say that the Igbos are not Israelite, that means the Hebrew Israelites in the United States and other, this kind of nullifies them as well. So for those of you who have been telling them that they are not Jews, it's good for them to realize that. This makes it easy for them to realize that no, you're not Jews. Or even if you think you are, the Jewish people don't want you. So Remi Lona now, he can disprove the test all he wants. The bottom line is that they don't want him. And they really don't. He knows that. Nnamdi Kanu and his Jewish association of whatever, of IPOP, well, they've denied you. Sorry. It's time for you to go back to your tradition, because that's where the real stuff is.